Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see on today's particular video, we're going to be working on a systems of equation problem where we have 2y minus x equals 12 and 4x plus y equals 12. And I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks on how to solve this, as well as point out to you different pitfalls within this question. So we have this question, 2y minus x equals 12 and 4x plus y equals 12. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to rewrite the question. So we have 2y minus x equals 12, 4x plus y equals 12, right? Now, the thing that I want you to first of all think about is we're going to try to make the x to be on one side and the y to be on one side. And the way this question is, the y, it does not match with this y, and the x here does not match with this x. So I'm just going to rewrite the question. So rewriting the question, I have 2y, right, minus x, right? We're going to have that first, and then y plus 4x. Now, what you've observed in this particular question is that there is some level of matching, right? So here, this will equals 12, this will equals 12. Now we can start solving much more easier. So you have 2y minus x equals 12 and y plus 4x equals 12. Well, in order for us to do it, I am going to do what is easiest for me in terms of solving systems of equations problem. I know there are three ways to solve systems of equations problem. There is the elimination method, the substitution method, and the graphing method. I am going to be doing the elimination method because it's much easier. And the whole concept of system of equations problem is for us to get the equations from two equations, at least in this particular point, to one equation, and from two variables to one variable. Hence, whenever we're in a situation where we have three variables and three equations, we're trying to get from three equations to two equations, and three variables to two variables. So if you can have that in your mind, that anytime I'm dealing with a systems of equations question, I'm trying to go to lesser number of variables as well as lesser number of equations, and it's going to make your life much more easier. So now that we have this, since I want to work on, my plan is to work on eliminating, one thing I can do is to multiply this top right here by 4, and you're going to see the reason why. And I'm going to multiply this bottom here by 1, basically not changing what the bottom is. So 4 times 2 is 8, so, and then that's a y multiplied by 4 times negative x, so that will be negative 4x equals 48, and then y plus 4x equals 12, because it's just a repeat of the other one. So what I'm going to do here is that we're going to add. So 8y plus y is the same thing as 9y, and then negative 4x plus 4x here, that's like plus 0 equals 48 plus 12 is the same thing as 60. So what we end up with is 9y equals 60, and we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 9. So cancel here, cancel here. So that would be y equals 60 over 9. And we can first of all go on to cancel. So 3 here, 3. 3, 9, 3. 3 in 60 is 20. And hence y equals 20 over 3. And then the second one is, well, before we actually go to the second, let's first acknowledge that we've been able to get one of the variables, which is this. And if you notice, we went from these two equations down to an equation 9y equals 60. So that's really good. When we went from two equations to one equation, two variables, one variable, we're able to solve for one of the variable. Now we're going to substitute this value into any of these equations here. So let's use 2y minus x, right, equals 12. Right, substituting y for this, we're going to have 2 times 20 over 3 minus x equals 12. And the way to do that is 2 times 20 is the same thing as 40 over 3, right? Minus x equals 12. I'm gonna go on to the next page now. So we have, where is it again? 40 divided by 3 minus x. So 40 divided by 3 minus x equals 12. Well, I'm gonna add x to both sides of the equation and subtract 12 from both sides of the equation. And when we do that, we end up with 40 over 3 minus 12, okay? Because we're subtracting 12 from both sides of the equation and simultaneously adding x to both sides of the equation. So that will be equals to x here. So basically adding positive x and adding or subtracting. So, but instead of subtracting 12, I would say adding negative 12. So that's that. Now 40 divided by 3 minus 12 can be here, and you have 40, and you have 3. That will be negative 12 over 1. So you multiply the bottom here by 3, the top here by 3. So that is just for us to find the least common denominator, because we're dealing with fractions. So we end up with 3 at the bottom, and we have 40 minus 12 times 3 here is 36. So we have 36. So we have 40 minus 36 is 4, and that will be 4 over 3. So we have our value for x here to be 4 over 3. So we have value of x equals 4 over 3, right? And then value of y equals, where was it again? Equals 20 over 3. And that is it. So the next thing you have to deal with is the fact that x plus y equals what? Which is the whole point of the question, right? What is x plus y? They didn't ask us to determine x only or determine y only. We were asked to determine x plus y. So we're just going to add up these two. So 4 over 3 plus 20 over 3 is the same thing as, we're going to have 3 because that's the common denominator, and then you have 4 plus 20, same thing as what? 4 plus 20 is 24 divided by 3, so that's going to be 8. So 3 times 8 is 24. So our answer has to be 8. So we have to go back to our multiple choice to see what is the answer. We have A to be 6, that's wrong. We have B to be 8, hence we've gotten our right answer to be B equals 8. Of course, we don't care about option C and option D because we already got the answer correctly. But I must say though, if you're not someone who pays attention to things, you might end up mistakenly putting 24 as the answer if you did not take into account that 24 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator, and they have to cancel out. So if you're working too fast and you just say, oh, 24, and you put the answer in, that is one of the reasons why people fail, because of lack of patience. So make sure you're patient and think through the problem and do all of the problem. You can't get to the end of the problem and then mess up the answer. That doesn't make much sense, and I hope you wouldn't make that mistake so you don't lose points. So we've come to the end of this particular video. I must say that I'm very, very excited, you guys. I have a video coming up on SAT style question that is more advanced and is going to help students on even a much greater level than this. I wish you guys would look forward to watching that. I think it's going to be really helpful. It's going to help you improve your grades on your SATs, as well as it's going to make you more engaging in your material, so you don't have any form of fear and you can have major confidence. So if you like this particular video, make sure you like it, and please, if you do choose to subscribe, do not forget to hit the notification bell, and make sure you go on to watch more videos on this series, and look forward to the upcoming major SAT challenging questions for you to succeed. I wish you guys all the very best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.